Hi guys, welcome back to the Little Sister Society's YouTube channel. I thank you guys for the support and for the love that you have shown so far. Okay, so I want to welcome you back and I want to ask how you guys are doing, ask if you're doing good, I hope that your 2020 is going as good as it can in this time. Let's just hope that you don't hear the cat meowing in the background because he's just, being a cat. Anyway, the next video will be up within 2 weeks max. No, not max, 2 weeks. So yeah, that's prepped and ready. Oh, you're probably wondering about my Little Sister Society t-shirt. So this t-shirt was basically, I just did this because I tried to get printing t-shirts done at a very short notice for an event and no, computer says no. £50, £100, no thank you. So I did it myself. But yeah. Also, I've been going through a stage in life where I have been really evaluating, not really evaluating, but really looking at myself and looking within. And I have obviously been thinking about me sitting down with people and having these interviews and praising them for being so brave and being so courageous, and to tell their stories, to open up, to be vulnerable, and for them to just even be free. And how can I do that when I'm just sitting in hypocrisy because I haven't done that myself? And this isn't even about, oh, because they're telling their life story, I have to tell my life story. No, it's not. It's just basically to let you guys see the person behind the Little Sister Society and to see the tiniest portion of my heart, and just to see what I'm about, really. Okay, so yeah, first let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Ginola. I am the founder of the Little Sister Society, otherwise known as TLSS for short. I've actually got used to saying the Little Sister Society, you know, even though half of it sounds like society. It still sounds alright, the Little Sister Society. If I say it slow enough, it sounds better as well. Like, it sounds like, oh, she know what she talking about. The Little Sisters Society. Yeah, she know. I am a support worker. I work with vulnerable adults. So drug misuse, alcohol misuse, stuff like that. Just out of prison, stuff like that. Always kind of had a heart for caring for people, supporting people, and now I'm at the stage where that's where youth comes into it. Why the Little Sister Society? Okay. I have got a passion for seeing young people, females in particular, learn and grow in their self-worth, because that is a big one. That is a big one. If you think about it, self-worth, self-esteem, what else did I put? Mental health, those things are the foundation of a person. If you can get to know your self-worth, you're unstoppable. Yeah, self-worth, self-esteem, 100% is. And it ain't even to say that I got this all together. I am on this learning journey with you little sisters. So yeah, that's what makes it even more fun and more enjoyable, is because I'm learning whilst you're learning. So yeah, I've been there in terms of mental health issues, low self-esteem and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm not perfect. Just just last 2019, just last 2019, I went through a stage of low in mental health, and I was like, this is the lowest that I've ever been. I was thinking to myself, what has even happened? Where is my joy? Where is my smile? Where is my laughter? Like, it really just got to a stage where I questioned myself as a being. Like, that's how deep. But obviously I can say that 2020, I really understood that, okay, we're in a whole new decade. Like, I can't take those issues with me. But I didn't do it by myself, and it didn't happen overnight. Excuse my cold and my, I don't have coronavirus, thank you very much.
I don't have coronavirus, thank you very much.
Yeah, so it didn't happen overnight, and it didn't happen alone. So I picked up my troubles in my old get back and smile. No, sorry. I picked up myself and I took my baggage to counselling. I took it to therapy, and I was like, threw it all on the table. I was like, I need your help because I am a wreck, okay? And my counsellor, she's amazing. She's so amazing. I was gonna say she's so supportive, but that's her job to be supportive. Obviously, she's a supportive person as well. But yeah, her nature. First off, let's talk about counselling. I went into counselling thinking, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna sit down in front of old lady. Let's say, I thought an old lady, glasses on the tip of her nose, short grey hair, like cut in a short grey style, looking like Judge Judy, 100. She was gonna sit in a small one-seater armchair, and she was gonna have her notepad. She's gonna have her leg crossed, she's gonna have her notepad, glasses there. She's gonna say, sit down. And I thought she was gonna be like, tell me your issues, and then she was gonna be making notes, ready to send me to the psychiatrist. Ready to send me to the lockup, ready to send me to a mental institution. I thought that was good. That was what it was gonna be. So I was so nervous. When I walked in, it was nothing like that. Nice comfy chairs. I was still scared. I was breaking it, sir. But I sat there, and I did a kind of questionnaire thing, not like a marking sheet. So I basically had to read the questions. It would ask questions, and it would say, does this occur? Sometimes, all the time, not often, never. And sorry. And that would basically gauge whether the risk was high. So that was like an initial assessment. It was an initial assessment. It would gauge whether my risk was high. Let's say one of the questions would be, do you often feel like you want to harm yourself? Sometimes, often, never, on occasions, whatever. And I would have to tick where I felt that was at. So there was probably about, I don't even know, 20 odd tick questions. And that would gauge, okay, so the risk. So the counsellor could then look and see, okay, high risk, low risk, blah, 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 you know how it goes. Fast forward, counselling is something that I highly recommend if you feel that you don't want to talk to people around you. Also, if you feel like it's easier to talk to a stranger. Also, if you have deep issues that you know you can't move past, and you feel like nobody understands, but a counsellor will. My reasoning behind going to counselling was that this person is trained in the physics of the mind, and certain traits about people, all of those things. So certain people are not, I mean, not everybody is trained on those things, or not trained on psychological factors of the mind. Most people just slapping down any old advice. It's not to say that advice is bad. Sometimes that some people can say one thing and boom, the situation's changed, or you get, you know, you get some kind of clarification on what you were seeking. But I chose to go to counselling. So yeah, that is counselling. I've already talked too much about this now. Okay. Yeah. I also so I want people to express and be able to deal with their past issues. That's the aim for TLSS. So we don't bring our past to the future, and our past is spilling out and poisoning our progress. Let me say that again. So we don't bring our past to our future, and our past spills out and poisons our progress. Ultimately, that's what happens. That is really what happens. We can get to a point where we leave our past so long, and it causes harm to our future. It causes harm to the person that we become. It causes harm to the things that we do and how we interact with people, our relationships, and how we deal with certain situations. So a little bit about my background story and why I think it's important to deal with our childhood traumas. So I am 23. I was molested as a child by a family member whilst being babysat. I was about 4 years old. I remember only because I have to think about going to school. And going to primary school, I remember reenacting some of the things that happened to me and some of the things that I had seen. So this person would babysit me every now and again, and I remember them vividly watching pornography on the TV whilst I was there. You know, this 3-4-year-old sponges, and so I remember acting these things out at primary school, and till this day this baffles me to think that, you know, let's say, I'm sure I was in year 1, so let's say 4, 5 is year 1, right? 5 is year 1. So let's say a 5-year-old is reenacting sexual acts, but unfortunately these things happen, and also it makes me think about, where were the teachers? Like, where were the staff members? Probably gossiping in the staff room. But yeah, so I remember going into the girls' toilet and reenacting the things that I had been through, that I had experienced through molestation, and obviously from that moment I was sexually awakened in some kind of way, because I had experienced that. I'd seen that on the TV, I'd seen all these things, and it was always like an inquisitive adventure to find out more. Always. This then led into you know when you're young and you play boyfriend and girlfriend. Children are innocent to an extent. The society that we live in causes them to potentially be exposed to certain things that they shouldn't be. So yeah, just being aware of things like that. I remember my mom had this garage CD, and sorry, and it was like of some lady, like the front cover was like of a lady in a bikini washing a car, like obviously how they do them little sexy scenes and da, 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 da. And then and then inside the little booklet, so there was like little booklet which would show the tracks on the thing and what each track was and blah blah blah. It had nudes in there. So I remember discovering this CD now and thinking, oh my gosh, and taking it. And I remember taking it to school, taking it to primary school and showing the boys. In that, to me, looking back, that makes me think that I wanted to see where they were at in their sexual awareness. By this time, I think I was probably in year 3. Year 3. So I don't even know. That's probably what, 7, 8 in year 3, showing these boys this thing. Boom! The teacher seen it. I mean, the teacher found out, told my parents. I mean, and I don't even remember what happened. I don't think anything drastic happened. I don't remember anything drastic happening. I probably got grounded. But yeah. So that was that. So later on then in stages of life, I got into, I had a fascination for, you know, sexual pictures and pornography and things like that. I had quite a vast interest for that and a crazy imagination for those things. So even down to playing dolls would always be boyfriend, girlfriend, and they would always do the deed and produce a baby. So I was very much aware of how it happened. Like I was very much aware of those things. So I would always reenact it out with the dolls. I would reenact it when playing boyfriend and girlfriend. I would never penetrationally, if that is even a word, do things with people. But it was always like, there was always the foreplay element of things at such a young age. So yeah, I have expressed this within counselling and things like that, which has been very helpful in the sense of getting to the root of the situations and dealing with situations like that. This video is probably dragging on a little bit, but I will leave it at that. So this is the reason why I feel that it's so important to deal with our issues, because as I have gone through all of this and I'm at a stage where I've seen how these things, these sexual encounters have maybe threw me off track a bit, or maybe put my focus on certain things where there shouldn't have been. There could have been on something else and could have propelled me somewhere more in my education, or could have propelled me somewhere where I would have been doing something else. But yet my focus was solely on this sexual kind of mindset that I had. Yeah, I think that is very important to allow ourselves time to, yes, heal from the trauma, but also address the backlash that the trauma has caused. So yeah, I hope that this video is of use to you guys. Stay tuned and I will see you guys next time.